Well, the storms left a lot of damage in parts of Minnesota and western Wisconsin.
Take a look at the footage Sky 4 brought us last night. No reports of serious injury, but we do know of at least 2 to 3 dozen buildings that were damaged in Pierce County, Wisconsin alone. Quite a bit of tree damage there as well. I'll show you some of the other areas we'll be talking about today. You see St. Charles on the map as an apparent tornado reported in that area. But the worst damage we've seen is on farms near Spring Valley and Martell, Wisconsin. Kylie Bearse is on one farm near Martell in Pierce County. Good morning, Kylie.
Hi, Jason. Good morning. We are just getting our first look at the damage as that sun starts to come up this morning. This shed behind me, or what used to be a shed, completely destroyed. You can see there's a tractor under there. There are bikes. This truck was parked inside that shed at the time. You can see those windows are blown out. A lot of damage there. And mostly what we're looking at here, some tree damage. There's siding. The house, thankfully, okay, but that siding has come off. But you can see that debris has just been scattered. So what you can see overturned back there, that was a cattle feeder that was moved about 20, 30 yards away from where it originally was. So thankfully, the family here, we just checked in with the homeowner. They are doing okay. They were inside at the time that the suspected tornado came through. But we want to show you a little bit of the other damage that was in nearby Gilman. The trees were blocking the driveway when the Forsyths actually returned home. They were out at an anniversary dinner last night. They were celebrating 32 years of marriage, and their dog Reggie was home at the time when the wind blew out the windows and caused the garage to collapse. The Forsyths were, as you can imagine, very happy to find their dog safe inside.
We got down here and made sure the dog was okay, and we're good. Sure. This was the garage. My truck was sitting outside, yeah, it hooked onto the house. But the house, like I said, has a little bit of damage. Windows are out, but there's some water damage inside, and there's a lot of windows, 2 windows blown out. So.
Jeff actually thinks that the dog was smart enough to run into the basement, and that's how he was able to survive. It's amazing what animals seem to know exactly what to do in these situations. So after the storm came through, the sheriff's deputies were out here in Pierce County last night. They were canvassing the area. They were trying to make sure that everyone was accounted for. They did find one man had been injured when he was inside a barn that came down, but thankfully no other serious injuries. And amazingly, we were just talking, like I mentioned, to the homeowner here. They've got a couple of kittens that are running around. They survived that suspected tornado last night. They were hiding underneath the deck. She said she came upstairs to find them outside and a little shaken up, but thankfully okay.
Boy, that is good news, especially when you look at all of that damage there. Kylie, thank you. Some people in Iowa also waking up to storm damage today. This funnel cloud caught on camera the southwest corner of the Hawkeye State last night. Further to the east, there is damage from a possible tornado touchdown as well. One woman was injured when her garage collapsed while she was inside. How scary is that? She is expected to be okay. Storm teams are going to be out assessing the damage after at least 3 suspected tornadoes touched down.
There's damage across southeastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. This is some of the worst damage we saw from Sky 4 last night. You can see shingles and debris strewn all over the yard at this home in Pierce County, Wisconsin. The wind appears to have blown this SUV right out of the garage and onto its side on the lawn. Just so powerful there. An apparent tornado also hit the ground near St. Charles, Minnesota. But the most significant damage we've seen is on farms near Spring Valley and Martell, Wisconsin. That is where Kylie Bearse is live on one of those farms near Martell. Kylie?
Good morning, Kim. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured when looking at kind of the storms that came through yesterday. But now that we're getting some of this sunlight, we can see more of the damage. And there's a lot of trees that were down. They were blocking roads yesterday. Just looking around this farm here, we're on Aaron and Emily Roll's farm. I'm seeing dozens of trees that were just snapped kind of near the top. So pretty incredible to see that. This shed right here, a lot of sheds, a lot of garages damaged. But I want to show you how big this is because it starts here and goes all the way back to past where that truck is. That truck was inside at the time. Unfortunately, did receive a lot of damage there as well. So thankfully, everyone here was okay. Aaron was at a nearby dairy farm when he got the alert on his phone last night. He went outside. He actually saw that funnel cloud, and he immediately called his wife, who had just gotten home with the kids.
My husband called me right away, and he said that there was a storm coming. He saw it touch down about a mile west of here, and I needed to get to the basement.
I looked, and you could see a funnel cloud plain as day. It was raining hard, but you could tell, it was a tornado coming. You could see the funnel. It was so close to us, only that short distance. I couldn't see the top of it or anything. So it was gray, winds blowing every which way.
Our whole shed was gone, and my truck was inside. So then I came out and I saw more trees down, and it was pretty scary.
Absolutely. They said it happened so quickly when she was inside with the kids in the basement. About 10 seconds is what it felt like for that tornado or suspected tornado to go through. So after the storm passed, they had 18 cattle they needed to find. They were able to do that. Emily said they had about 40 different neighbors who pretty much immediately came over and helped out in whatever way that they could. So everyone is all safe. They say that thankfully everything here can be fixed. It looks like the home does have some pretty significant damage to the windows and to the siding there. We did speak with emergency management in Pierce County. They were out pretty much right away yesterday, making sure that everyone was accounted for. There was one man who had minor injuries. He was inside a barn when it collapsed. And when the National Weather Service comes out today to kind of take a look, say, was this a tornado? If so, how strong was it? They look at places like this. They say, okay, what was the structure like? They look at the trees, how big they were when they came down, and that will help them determine the wind speed, which will eventually help them determine if it was a tornado and how strong it was.
It'll be interesting to hear their assessment today. All right, Kylie, thank you.